What up, dude, bro? Spider Avenger Miller. I have another special video today. This one on the Nerf rival Mirage. Finally, after the stupid release date of originally February, I finally have my hands on it. This is a mag in grip top prime blaster, which apparently has slam fire. So let's get into it. Included with the Nerf rival Mirage is the blaster itself, magazine, blue balls, and instructions. External overview of the blaster, starting up at the front, it has the same thing on the Challenger, which is this stupid molded N-Strike barrel lug thing, but this is not an N-Strike barrel lug. There's no attachment that can fit on this, and so don't go around calling this an N-Strike barrel lug, because it's not. Up above, we do have this, what appears to be a sling attachment point, but it's also mated with an iron sight, and the sight picture is okay. But again, this isn't something you want to shoulder. This is something you kind of want to hold out like this, sort of like a pistol. Down below, we do have this same sling attachment point, which is the same design as the Challenger, and this one's surprisingly looser. There's a joke in there. Back behind, we do have 6 tactical rails of 2 on each side. We got 1 at the bottom, 1 at the top, and then 1 in the very back. What the heck are you supposed to mount on here? I don't know, but rails look freaking sweet. And then back behind again, we do have the corresponding iron sight, and in between, we have the loading port, which is the most unique part of this blaster. So to use that, you have to prime the priming handle back, which exposes that, and you can technically top load your blaster. Now, this is the most unique part of the blaster, so you can just load it like that. And of course, if you really wanted to, you could take out the mag, and then when you put in a fresh one and lock one in, you can keep loading. And this system is kind of the most unique thing about the blaster. It's why you purchase it. So I've tested this, and it's not the best designed. I don't like this. The whole problem is with the way that this is shaped. It is so weird because the magazine is going at a horizontal angle like this. This is going straight down, and this is interfering a lot with the priming system and also how you use the blaster, and it just shotgun loaded. So let me explain what the issue is here. The issue here is with how angled that is. Every time you load in a round, you can actually load one into the chamber or back to the pusher, which is kind of a stupid design, and I really don't understand it. But we'll go over that more in my opinion at the end of the video. And then down below, we do have the trigger. The trigger pull is pretty nice, and oddly enough, this blaster does have slam fire, but it is so poorly designed that I really wouldn't recommend it. Here, let me show you. Okay, now you decide to work. Thanks, Hasbro. But we'll go over that more in my opinion. And then down below, we do have the magazine release. It is only present on the left-hand side, not on the right-handed side. Not Philambi, bro. So you are optimized to use this as a right-handed shooter. However, it's better to use this as a left-handed because, sorry for a little bit of the negative tone, with this magazine release, you feel like, oh, I could just press that with my thumb. I can't get my thumb back behind it. So I have to use my middle finger to drop the mag. And it's a clean drop when it happens. However, my muscle memory is all screwed up. Sorry, firearms enthusiasts is coming out. My apologies. And now down to the magazine. The included magazine is an 8-round magazine. However, this is compatible with other rival mags. This is the Pathfinder mag, so if you want to make this even more awkward, then you can. Again, I don't really know why. It is compatible with the original rival mags, even with the original nub, even though they're a little looser, but that's to be expected with a big mag. And oddly enough, if you have the curvy boy, yes, I said the curvy boy, it fits and it works. I don't understand this. Why would you want to use this? Like, this is so awkward, but it works. The only problem is taking it out. Actually, it just went out smoothly right there. Now down to the grip. The grip on this blaster is pretty terrible. I don't like it. One, it's so gap filled that when you hold it, it's really hard to hold, especially when there's no mag in there. Your finger's slipping in, and then when you have a mag in there, it just doesn't help it. And especially that really sucks with reloading because you can't gravity drop it. Like, apologies for putting my finger in the trigger guard whenever I'm moving the mag, but my hands have to adjust. Again, as a left-handed shooter, this is perfect because you can gravity drop it with very little ease. So, sorry, again, just a little annoyed at that. And now it gets back to the priming handle to prime. You do that. The prime action itself is very clunky, and I don't like it. It's not well refined. When I first saw this blaster, I thought it was going to be a lot bigger, and I thought you could shoulder this. This is not something you want to shoulder. This is trying to be a pistol that's the size of nearly a Helios. And with this, it's poorly designed. Like, it doesn't feel good to prime it at all, and it feels like there's a too heavy spring to pull back, which really sucks, and I just don't like it. Over on this side, we do have our jamming button. After you prime the blaster, you're not able to prime it again. Flicking this allows you to deprime the blaster, but it also can allow you to shotgun load. But even with that, you can shotgun this pretty easily because this priming system is very poorly designed. And on the back here, we do have a priming indicator. When you prime back, it'll turn orange, and when you fire, it turns off. And that's pretty easy because, again, you're not really shouldering this. You're holding it more out like a pistol, so you can see whether or not it's primed or not. And, of course, back to this area, this is not a stock, even though you technically can if you're a kid. But this isn't really designed to be a shouldered blaster. But that is an external overview of the Nerf Rival Mirage. Now I will show you fire. Starting off with the included blue balls and the included mag. Go fast with the Pathfinder mag. Attempting to slam fire if it'll allow me. Now just some miscellaneous firing with random rounds with the original mag. Well, overall, firing this thing was pretty fun. Now, in my testing procedure, I forgot to advise, I did have a few jams, and that's if I went really fast. And I think I was also pointing the blaster down. So be cautious with how fast you run this, because the mag system in this is not really the best, since this does, of course, use the original tab that unleashes all the balls. What's with the ball jokes? Maybe it's the insertions. But overall, I've had a few jams with this thing, and it works pretty well. Now, for chronograph testing, I tried my chronograph, and it wasn't really working. So then I went to a source, Backyard Foam. Shout out to you, dude. You're awesome. But he was getting some pretty low numbers, around 80s to 70s, but his chronograph wasn't really sized for it. So once I figure out more chronograph data, I will, of course, put it on the screen. But also, this thing seems like it's hitting around low 90s, I'd say. But again, I'm not trying to claim anything. I still need to figure it out. But again, once I do, there will be a little number on the side of the screen that will tell me the exact average. So that is all the objective information I can provide on this blaster. Now, to my personal opinion, overall, I don't know where they're trying to go with this. This is a blaster that it just confuses me. When I first saw a picture of this, I thought it was going to be much bigger than it is, but it's the size of a pistol. It literally is like a Kronos crossed with, I don't know, like just a Helios mixed with a Kronos, if I'm being honest. And overall, it doesn't work really reliably. It jams quite a bit often. The priming system is a little finicky. And again, I appreciate that this has slam fire, but it feels like it shouldn't because it's so finicky in the trigger system to where it will lock up sometimes. And obviously, it's not doing it right now, but as you saw in the firing demo, it did do that a little bit. So overall, I'm a little disappointed with it. Now to the question to buy or not to buy. If you're in the market for a Springer in the Rival series, I'd recommend the Pathfinder. The Pathfinder is a better option. It's more ergonomic, it's better suited for any size. This one is a mag in grip pistol, or so it says. Like, I don't understand what it is. Like, it's so confusing. However, I'm not gonna say like it's terrible. Like, it's decent. It's a pretty decent option, and the good thing for me is that it at least works, but still not the best opinion of it. However, I am excited that I now have it, but I kind of wish it was better designed, and I wish it could have been a little bigger with a stock, because I thought this was going to be something that you could put on your shoulder and rack the slide like that, but it's not. And yeah, so sorry for those of you who wanted to buy it, but if you do want to buy it, I can see if I can put a purchase link in the description box below. I'm hoping I could find one because I got this finally at my Walmart, or at least I had Walmart ship it to me. So it should be finally available now, but the reason why I'm a little cautious on that is because this one had a very weird release. This, along with the Challenger, was supposed to release in February. It's now April, and now I'm finally getting my hands on it. So what the heck? And if you want to watch another review on this, I'm going to link you to Backyard Foam's review, because he's one of the only other ones who I know has a review on it. Backyard, if you ever see this video, thank you. And I hope you don't mind me shouting you out, dude. I just wanted to say that because you're the only one who I know has a review on this. But thank you guys so much for watching my video. And again, thank you for the love on the last few. And real quick, I will address, if you are wondering where to get the Corruptor, it should be available at Walmart now. But much love, blast on, and please stay tactical.